once again. Welcome to Bullfrog's World. Well, my name isn't Wayne. Today it's Nonpareil territory. There was a trestle here at one time up until the late 50s. Here's how it looked. Yes, things do change. And here in Glenarm, I've shown the station many times, but I'll show it one more time. Original Glenarm station. When it closed in 1959, it became the Mom and Pop Whistle Stop, a carry-out snack shop. But that closed in the mid-80s. It became a few other things that didn't last so long. It was a pizza shop last, but that closed about 10 years ago. Anybody have any ideas what we can do with this? And of course the crossing would have been right there, long gone and partly built over. Let's build over history. Who needs it? Turning left here might be a shortcut, but Dolly insists we stop by a convenience store that has fountain drinks for only $1. So, as a result, we find ourselves on good old Route 1. But I guess for $1 a drink, it's worth it. And if we're there who supposedly has it, we'll drop in. So let's drop in. Well, I just said that. Oop, the sign's gone. We'll go have a look. Want a job? I'm now back on the road, although a different one. And arriving in a place called Dublin. And downtown Dublin, although not much to it. Again, just a crossroads. And now that we just crossed, back to Mom and Pop territory. Still worth going the way that we went, just to get that $1 drink. Now arriving in Whiteford, the last Mom and Pop stop on its way north before the PA line. And we'll take the old road to get us into town, into other towns, such as Delta. They have a Mom and Pop museum there we'll check out. There are 3 towns in a row that the Mom and Pop served. Of course, Whiteford being the first of them, the first of 3 in a row. Then after Whiteford comes Cardiff, in case you couldn't read the sign. There you go. The last town before the PA line, before Delta. And downtown Cardiff, but not for long. The 2 cool flags side by side. Guess which one's mine? What are you doing? Lemonade. We have cherry Coke, 8. That's good enough. And up here the pavement changes as the PA line. We cross into Delta. Right here. Now officially north of the border. Now to find the address I'm looking for. I'm looking for 602 Main Street, supposedly. Which would be on the right because even numbers are on the right. but just homes so far. There's 302 right there. Another 30 houses will be there. And now passing the 400 block, so we're almost at the 600 block, one might assume. And we found it. Old Line Museum, featuring Ma and Pa stuff. Oh, we gotta pull over here a second. Where can I park?
Yeah.
I'll find a place to park. Hold on. And once again, my lady's ancestors.
All the railroads and all, you know.
Well, they'll love to have you in there.
I'm into all the railroads too.
Hi, gentlemen. You here for railroad?
Used to be a bank.
Building.
All right, let's head on in.
Station house.
It's Ma and Pa train time.
It has some Ma and Pa books, and he's done the map of the route from Baltimore and York. He also has done the Lancaster County.
Reds. The Ma and Pa mascot.
He's trying to get water from that roof spout, and his cords were bad. So.
I thought he was trying to get you to run uphill.
Yep. Ma and Pa stuff.
You know what I don't know? I don't know.
I got a copy of that calendar there. Yeah, good old days. Over here a photo of the Delta turntable. Long gone. Sounds good to me. And right there, Delta Station, also long gone. Yes, they were famous. And of course, the Ma and Pa began as the Peach Bottom Railway. Then became York Southern. And of course, can't forget the Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern. L.O.N.S., little old and slow.
His mother comes over every once in a while.
And to this day, they're still making Ma and Pa calendars. 2018.
Excuse me.
How we know you? Gus.
Didn't even know I bought that
Oh, there,
postcard.
the Ma and Pa family tree.
Yeah, it's just like on the right hand side.
Everything that led up to
She's
it.
got a picture of it and a picture of they took a second picture, one of her grandfather's
At the church, we're up Clay Bilson.
It took a lot to get there.
Well, Linda Grider. For that opening service.
But it was
And there's Forest Hill Station, where we were last week.
You can smell the large woodsy train when you come in like that smell. Okay.
And here a map of the Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern, aka Little Old and Slow.
Historical Society. The head of the Railroad
It saw Oxford,
Historical Society is called the superintendent.
Oh,
but never saw Lancaster. Only went as far north as
The
Quarryville.
railroad. And he's the assistant superintendent there. So he's quite busy.
And there's Dorsey Station that I showed you back in 2017.
okay.
And the book I used to have, but I can't find my copy of it. Great photographs here. But I met the author back in the 80s, Charles Mahan. I believe he passed in 2012.
Families and never went Welsh from the British because this area.
For example, Forest Hill, the station will faint in the background.
My dad's side.
Amtrak preview, yeah, right. The former Long Green Station,
There's a picture
long
of the
raised.
guys at Funkhouse are splitting one day. They did 3 or 4 different pictures of my grandfather's and some of the rest of them.
In the Delta Station area,
We have an outhouse out at Colsontown, John. Colsontown.
with outhouse.
Cottages that the museum owns. One of them was in
And that's approaching Glenarm. We passed on the way here
you know,
and departing
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Hello, how are you?
The light rail now runs directly above the train.
The senior center one of one was
Right there would be the light rail.
Thursday and give him a program. I said, I don't know, but I'll ask him.
And Glenarm Crossing. We just passed that. And the Mapa Bentix siding in Towson, only used for a short time because Bentix stopped shipping. Yeah, special photo there. Mapa crossing what is now Loch Raven Boulevard.
So here, do you take off?
The construction of the foreground is for the Baltimore Beltway.
Okay.
Long since complete. I-695. And Loch Raven Station. For those who've never seen it, long gone. But the steps from Cobble Bridge Road leading up to it are still there.
Well, because they own them.
And Falston, after abandonment and the track being pulled up. A sad sight. End of the beginning. Yeah, Mapa's most famous structure, the gross trestle, and the biggest structure as well.
And it was 30 foot high, because the vents were all 10 foot.
Yep, it was on a curve, right.
Yep.
And again, Delta Station, which in this photo is a horn of plenty. A great place to visit if you're ever in the Delta, PA area. If you're heavily into the Mapa, as I am, you can get lost in here.
Oh, okay. So the 24 separates.
Yes.
Here's proof this used to be a bank. Here's the vault.
We've done 2 editions. This was the first one.
Over there, the slate clock, as it's called. Very detailed, whoever did that. But the time's wrong. You better get out before I'm locked in the vault. I won't be able to get out. Susquehanna Trails. There's a road called that have taken you up on the way to the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. Why do people come to Delta? To ride the Mapa. And all kinds of publications for your literate pleasure.
They have fabric behind them so you couldn't see them.
Well, a coloring book. I want one.
It's screwed together with lathing strips. So the windows were high there for maneuverability to get to things. Okay, this is a quarry in North Wales. So they told my husband.
And the history of Powellsville, which is south of here, but only a small place. To think Powellsville had a history.
There's this big block of slate.
But it apparently does.
From the cliff, and they've sawed in 3 blocks. So you'll see this. Thank you.
Yes, we just did. Thank you.
I don't normally show this during railroad month, or MAO, what they call it.
Audio visual presentation.
And he's going to bust that into usable shingles. I'll ask you not to video this, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. Got a cut.
On the bag.
Since I can't show you video of that presentation, I'll show you more of the museum.
He takes a block that's big enough for 8 shingles at a time, and it's going to go. It's going to go in the middle, in the middle, in the middle.
Okay, that's all there is back here. All right. And how people looked once upon a time. And a map of Peach Bottom. But if that's York County's Peach Bottom, it's underwater now. Yeah, Peach Bottom in York County got flooded over when they built Conowingo Dam. All that is now underwater. Just like Atlantis. But also passing through was the Susquehanna and Tidewater Canal, which I've shown you at Havre de Grace, Maryland. There's also a peach bottom in Lancaster County, which still exists, which I've shown you in a previous video. And if you want to beat the Mad Hatter for a day, take your pick. Remember those? That CD symbol, civil defense.
Near Muddy Creek Forks. And lived there for a number of years. Yeah, right above Muddy Creek Forks. There's still the farm's still.
A great place to visit.
Holding it not too long ago.
And I'd even live here if I could.
And they had a store at Bridgeton. And I have a picture of what Walt said was a store. And then
Water your wife's plate.
Old phone with a very heavy receiver.
And then he said
Try picking that thing up, it weighs about a ton.
Tunnel design
Ugh.
with this big light coming out.
Good way to keep your teenager off the phone.
I said, I don't think so, Steve. You're going to have cars come down there and wreck. But I'm not going to.
Okay.
Those aren't all houses. Those are train stations.
Yeah.
I lived in the city in an apartment, and I had part of
His driveway right
A
before.
great place to visit. Highly recommended.
Way up like this to get up onto that right of way.
And very knowledgeable folks here as well.
On that driveway, part way up. It's got the flashing yellow lights on it and the bell. And he's got a motion detector.
One
Alrighty.
cookie left.
I guess we'll soon depart. Alright.
I
Oh,
started out with a plate full. I got a cookie left.
the lone cookie. Alright.
Well, don't leave it in your pocket because it's
It's gonna melt.
Although I say, here, put your pocket here, until you put it on.
Battery last that long before.
Yeah, you don't want it to melt.
No, I.
See you next
Nice
year.
talking to you. Thank you very much. We'll be back. I'll see you, Dave. Take it easy in Stewartstown.
Is it me?
Got it.
Oh.
Oh, we're trapped. The door won't open. We're trapped. We finally got out. Had to pull the door, not push it.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. But anyway, back out in the world, in Delta, PA, and life in Delta.
See ya.
So hope you enjoyed your visit to the Old Line Museum. In this case, the Mom and Pa being the Old Line, not the B&O Old Main Line. As I said, formerly a bank. Toot toot for us. Gotta walk back to our car way down there. Good old Delta, PA. Delta, the Greek letter D. Back in the vehicle. Look for more mom and pa spots, which I believe there might be down here. I believe the track would have crossed right here or something. Looks like an old crossing here would have been. In fact, that's it. And it ran along there, looking north. It ran along those poles there. In fact, I believe the station would have been right there. And also where the track would have split to go to Peach Bottom. Oh. Looking at the Mom and Pa station site from a different angle. As I proceed through this makeshift alley behind Delta. Even stuff here in Delta that time forgot. Yes, time is forgetful, just as I am. And there is the original Delta Beach Bottom Railway Station, which precedes the Mom and Pa. At one time there were tracks on both sides of the station, and they came together again beyond the station. Part of a grade visible there, now a driveway. Other track would have been here, I guess, and I'm stopped on it. My photos of that station when tracks still went by it. Departed Delta and passing the site of the one-time Funkhauser quarry, which was right there. Here's how that once looked back in the day. here past beneath the former beach bottom line of the Ma and Pa. There's a bridge there. Not the original. The original beach bottom line got taken up around 1909, but rebuilt back in '66 to construct the beach bottom power plant. To haul construction stuff in, along with a nuclear reactor to the right, that direction, to the east. The original line passed up here someplace until around 1909. They had to grade a higher line to build the beach bottom nuclear plant because of the Conemaugh Dam flooding out the original line way back when. The beach bottom York County is underwater thanks to Conemaugh Dam. Now arriving down by the river and the beach bottom nuclear plant over there. Yep. We have nukes here. Again down by the mighty Susquehanna. By the site of the former beach bottom York County, which is now underwater, submerged, thanks to Conemaugh Dam, which is what's backing up these floodwaters. And over there, the beach bottom nuclear plant. Hope they allow photography. Yeah, good day for that. Except for the noise. And across the river is beach bottom Lancaster County, which somehow avoided getting submerged by the dam. And over there, a bridge carrying the Columbia and Port Deposit line, which I've also shown you before. I'd show you more of the power plant, but that sign says the reason I can't. Although back in '67 I came here with my Boy Scout troop when the visitor center was still open, but long shut down. Head back on the road again, ascending out of the Susquehanna Valley. Head up here, one more look at the former beach bottom branch before it got pulled up. When you finish constructing the beach bottom power station. Somewhere here. Yep, more stuff time's forgetting. But I still live in. Here's our right of way though. And along those poles, that's looking south back towards beach bottom. Back towards Delta rather. But up until the late 80s there was a track going through there. The track that passed over the bridge I showed you a little while ago. Back in the 80s when I passed through here, it was still a dirt road. At least now it's paved. Unlike some of those roads in western Maryland. Passing through a place called Bangor. Although nothing to it. But I'm sure back when the Ma and Pa ran, there was something to it. But at least now with the paved road, people's property values went up. Good for them. And there's that same bridge again we just passed under. That once carried the beach bottom branch. Deja vu, just for you. Now you can't see you missed it the first time. And right down here, the Ma and Pa main line once crossed. Main line, so to speak, that is. South to the left, north to the right. Not totally blocked. But I took you for a walk down there during my Sunday driving history a few years back. There's some track there. And up here we arrive in Bryant'sville. Just a tiny hamlet and a crossroads. We're now departing Ma and Pa territory and heading for Stewartstown Railroad territory. Not too bad of a drive so far. Temp's almost 90 degrees out there, but we're staying pretty cool in here. As long as the AC works, I'm fine. Now coming into the borough of Fawn Grove, the one-time westernmost point on the Stewartstown line, until it got truncated in Stewartstown. And over there, the former Fawn Grove station of the Stewartstown line. The track would have been where that garage is now. It wouldn't have been there when the line ran, obviously. Now continuing west to the line's namesake, Stewartstown, obviously. And arriving in a place called New Park. Not South Park, New Park. Another place once served by the Stewartstown line. I'm not sure where it passed though exactly. I believe up ahead someplace. The Stewartstown line was on our right after departing Fawn Grove, but behind me someplace it crossed to the left and runs over that hill someplace. That park got abandoned back in 1935, the part between Stewartstown and Fawn Grove. But from Stewartstown to New Freedom, it still exists. And I took you for a ride over it a couple years ago. But still, not a bad day in PA. Oops, gotta hang a left. Our route goes to the left. This part is called Pleasant Valley Road, which just makes this a Pleasant Valley Sunday, like that song by the Monkees back in '66. Over there, Sunbeams. It sounds like a brand of appliance, doesn't it? Sunbeam. They still in business? I am. And here we be, folks, entering Stewartstown. And up here, former movie theater. The last movie they played was Star Wars. That's how far back that goes before they stopped using it. Finally got that out. But down here to the west, we'll come to the Stewartstown station. And here we be. A flat car converted to an open air car. Let's have a look. I got permission to check it out from someone who works here. So I'll use my permission. Well, that's different too. Over here you see an open air car, which I was informed was converted from a flat car donated by Norfolk Southern. Norfolk Southern gave these people something for free? You gotta be kidding. And they intend to run it as soon as they can. When they do, I'll be on it. They're offering rides end of this month, but I gotta wait till next month if I intend to ride it. But because of some track damage, they can't go all the way to New Freedom, only as far as before the damage. a snowplow damaged a crossing back in the wintertime in the area known as Tona. Until they get the track fixed, they can't go beyond that point in New Freedom. And they want the company who owns the snowplow to pay, but they're having trouble collecting on it. And that trackside by Stewartstown Station, which is on the National Register of Historic Places. And here's proof of that. The station was built in 1914, but unlike a lot of the mom and pop stations, this is still being used as a station. Who could ask for more? As mentioned, this is currently the easternmost point on the Stewartstown line, but it continued west at one time. That's looking south there as across the road, but about a mile down, or several miles down, it bent to the west and headed for Fawn Grove, as I just showed you. Right through there somewhere. Yeah. Noisy vehicles. And again, a former Norfolk Southern flat car turns open air car. Since they don't go that fast over the line, an open air car would be perfect here. I was given permission to climb onto it. I don't know how to climb onto it. And the coach apparently recently refurbished, because last I was here that wasn't running. When I rode this a couple of years ago to New Freedom, this was their accommodation. As those who saw the video will recall. There's our New Freedom special right there. Wish I could steal one of those blast signals. They'd be great for the house. And something, obviously, in dire need of restoration. Depart the station area, appear one of the crossings, and the engine house. But stick around, there's more Susquehanna Railroad to come. Such as right there, part of the line right there. It parallels the road for a while. And a couple years back I took you over it. And now on a side road, the line crosses 3 times, the first of which is right here. Looking west, but facing south. And the second crossing right here, from right to left, heading southeast, but a westbound route. And the third crossing, again west being that way on the line. And now facing north on another road that has a double crossing of the Stewartstown line. Yep, we get double crossed by the track. And here's the first of the crossings. Again, west on the timetable would be to the left this time. Passing truck blocked the view, but there it is. And that quick, the second crossing. And I took it through there not that long ago. And up here is Tona, where supposedly a snowplow bent the track back during the last winter. Maybe it was around here. I see an old rail lying there. The previous rail, maybe. So I guess the track's been fixed and ready to be operated. Or could it be up here where that asphalt patch is in the road? Right there. Maybe that crossing got messed up. But things look okay now. Things appear passable. So maybe the trains will run. Right there's Tolna Station. And up here I'll hang a right to recross the track one last time. In the distance on the bridge is I-83. And some lightning. The storm's coming in. There's our last crossing of the line. Took a picture of this back in 2011. But don't be fooled, because just over the hill, there's population. And it's begun to rain out there, obviously. Raindrops on the windshield. And now to pick up I-83 South, back towards Fat City. And now south on 83, in the pouring rain. Hope I make it, so I can upload this. I'm now about to cross back into Maryland, in the pouring rain. The rain appears to be subsiding a bit as we head south. Keep on subsiding. There's our welcome sign. Although we live here. Still got miles to go though. And here in Maryland, the rain appears to be subsiding. But up in PA, it's coming down really heavy. Someone dropping us a hint? I went down to Maryland, seeking shelter from the storm. Well, the line of song is Virginia, not Maryland, but same principle. Who knows what song that line's from? If you guessed Who'll Stop the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival, aka CCR, you'd be right. But again, the rain appears to have intensified. Gotta be careful. Don't want a hydroplane. The last thing I need. But to the south, it appears to be brightening up again. Hope that's a good sign. Getting closer and closer to that bright area. Hope there's less rain there, or none at all. The road appears drier here, but the rain's still coming down. Maybe just reached here. But I can't wait to get where it's bright. Good. Finally simmering down as you approach the bright area. Thank you. Still some coming down out there though, but not like behind us. Almost completely stopped. Still some drops out there. But despite the rain, lots of folks driving like idiots. We're off of 83 now, but here so far, it didn't rain at all. The road is bone dry at this point. Nothing's happened here yet. But to the north, look out. It's a twister. Maybe. And finally the exit for the hood. I'm now back in the hood, and the rain has arrived. You can hear it on the awning hitting it. The folks parked too far back, making me have a tight squeeze there. And they have more room in the front. But that's how it goes in the hood. And once again, thanks a lot for riding along. We appreciate having you. See you again. Hope you enjoyed your day at the Monpa and at Stewartstown as well.